Title of this video, Learning Disabled Woman Asks Californians Assistance in Contacting Lawyers, Gang Stalking Related. Okay, this is a three-part video series. Good morning, my name is Leslie Williams, and I am showing you right now this video picture of my cell phone. I'm going to make a fast verbal footnote. We're going to see if on any of these, this is a three-part video series, and we're going to see if any electronic interference drowns out your ability to be able to hear any of my verbal statements. I'm saying that as a result of what has happened to some videos that were just recently made and uploaded. Okay, this is my cell phone. As you can see, I'm showing you a picture of it right now, showing that my cell phone is stating that it's 9:31 a.m. on 12/18/2013. I'm also going to go to the menu in order to go to the tools menu in order for the phone to tell you the date and time.
Say a command. December 18th, Wednesday, 9:31 a.m.
Okay, now it's 9:32. Okay, now I'm right now asking any California, any San Diego, and any La Jollan if they feel inclined to do so. Okay, if they're not uncomfortable with doing so, and they can do this anonymously. They can either send a anonymous letter, certified mail return receipt, or just a regular United States Postal Service letter, or an email, or a phone call, or a physical visit to the following, to basically any law firm that is reputable in San Diego County. Preferably a Mary Prevost, who has an office downtown. And I'm also looking to try and contact with a lawyer that's in Los Angeles. His name being Motts, M-O-T-S, on Figueroa Street. Now, the reason why I'm asking the community to contact these lawyers concerning what is happening to me is as follows. As a result of me being a target, victim, and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking, targeted individuals like me, okay, as a result of us being targeted, all of our electronic communications are monitored, okay, so the perpetrators can be able to monitor if anything we're doing online, on our cell phones, okay, including even faxes that we send. And you might think to yourself, well, how can they intercept the fax that we're sending? I'll make a small statement concerning that, but you can Google all my statements that I describe in reference to how our electronics are monitored at Google based on the description I describe, and you'll be able to see that what I am describing are literal organized stalking, gang stalking methods that they perpetrate against organized stalking targets. And this is how the isolation of us targets is kept concerning us being able to get any uncorrupted legal assistance. Basically what I'm trying to say is that our cell phones are hacked, and they monitor who incoming calls and outgoing calls. And basically they do that, and our cyber activity, emails being sent, okay, and all of our USPS mail and any other mail. This is organized crime in the system, excuse me please, at the federal, state, and local level. As a result of us being tracked, monitored, and surveilled in real time, including our electronics and including us physically, we cannot get no help because all of our communications are surveilled and monitored by the perpetrators covertly, okay, for threat assessment and for benefit analysis. Basically, you can go to Google right now and you can type in cell phone hacking and organized stalking and or gang stalking. Organized stalking and gang stalking is the same exact crime, it's just termed by two separate names, but it's the same exact crime. Okay, so in this video, I'll describe, if I say gang stalking, it's actually also organized stalking, or if I say organized stalking, it's also gang stalking. As a result of me being a gang stalking target, gang stalking targets, all of our communications are monitored by the perpetrators covertly for a threat assessment or a benefit analysis. Basically, that meaning that our communications are being watched so the perpetrators can surveil what we're doing electronically to see if it's a threat to them or to see if anything we're doing can be a benefit for them. Now, our phone calls for help are even rerouted to them, and they will literally pretend to be the people that we're calling. I'm a human trafficking target. Okay? Now, if I look up on the internet a place that's supposed to be advocating for human trafficking targets, and they see that I've looked up this information online, and then get on my cell phone to call them, they will literally reroute the phone call to them. They will pretend to be the place that I'm calling. Then they'll say, describe what's happening to you. You describe what's happening to you, and then they'll say, well, this doesn't fit our criteria for you being a human trafficking target, and as a result, we cannot give you no help. And that's not the only thing they'll do. That's right. They'll literally reroute my phone call if I look up a lawyer's phone number on the internet and reroute the call to them, pretend to be the lawyer, and literally say, well, why don't you tell us what's happening to you? That's done to get you to relive the experience mentally, okay, to eat up your minutes on your phone, and then after you tell them, they'll say, well, I'm sorry, this is not the kind of case that we're interested in. That's right. That's right. And if you go down to a law firm, okay, if you go down to a law firm, okay, and the lawyer's not in, okay, the receptionist will say, well, just leave your phone number, okay, and if they decide to call me back, they'll reroute their phone call, okay, they'll either intercept that phone call, okay, or they'll literally even reroute their phone call from the lawyer and pretend to be me to the lawyer. That's right. You would not believe the criminal whoredom that these perpetrators and the lengths that they will go to, literally. And if you don't believe me, you can literally Google everything that I just stated in this video. That's right. Every single thing that I stated in this video, you can literally Google. And once you do, if you take the time to do an investigative research with a mature pastor, you will literally see that every single thing that I just told you is the truth, including rerouting our emails in the same fashion, for the same ends, for the same means. Now, as a result, us targeted individuals are kept isolated in this campaign of crimes that happen to us because help is kept from us. Now, the same thing goes with the police officers that are syndicated to this. As a result of the physical monitoring and tracking of a targeted individual, excuse me for 1 second, they see when a targeted individual where they're going at on a daily basis. That's how they're able to place the crafted harassment that we experience, including assault that happens to us along our routes on a daily basis. So if they see any targeted individual getting on a bus, they basically will put certain individuals in our environments on the bus routes to blend in and act as just regular bus passengers. And they basically get on their cell phones and text message when a targeted individual is getting on a bus and getting off a bus. Okay, that's right. Then they will also place an individual in a car to be behind the bus, so that person can take over in the observation once the target gets off the bus. And basically they do nothing but will park the car, okay, or circle around the target when they see the target is walking once they've gotten off the bus. As a result, they're able to literally track and surveil where the target's going to once they get off the bus. So if I got on a bus, or any other target got on a bus, then got off a bus to walk inside the San Diego Eastern Division Police Department, they see that's where I'm going. They then get on their phone or continue their text messaging, and guess who will come and talk to me once I get to that police department? A syndicated cop. He will pretend like, well, okay, what's the problem? I begin to start talking to him about the problem. Guess what I end up getting? No help, because it's a syndicated cop that ends up coming to the counter to wait on me. And this is how, in part, we're also kept isolated in these expeditions. Now, I'm getting ready to show you right now some undisputable proof that I'm a target of gang stalking. But before I do this, hang on 1 second. I'm just going to take one puff off my cigarette. I gotta stop smoking. Now, this is kind of like a personal video. It's a raw video. So, I apologize. I'm smoking while I'm making it. But I'm kind of getting a late start to my morning, and I've had quite a few things that I've had to do here when I first woke up, so I didn't really get a chance to smoke my morning cigarette. The proof that I'm getting ready to show you right now is astronomical, okay? It's literally, and it's also literally undeniable, and it will also give you a a literal visual representation concerning not only the fact that this crime is undisputably happening to me, but to even show you a portion of the time duration of how long it's been happening to me as a result of me showing you these 2006 emails that were made by me in a Point Loma library in San Diego County when I came here to San Diego in 2006, and I stayed in San Diego in 2006 when I came here anywhere between 1 and 38 days. And then I left and went back to the state that I had come from. I was literally gang stalked from that state to San Diego in 2006. Hold on a second. And I'm literally getting ready to prove it to you. And that in turn, once you see what's in these 2006 emails, a portion of what's in them, and then some cooperating audio evidence, you're going to undisputably be able to see that I am a victim of this crime. Also, if you're not able to hear any of my verbal statements due to electronic interference or any of the audio proof in this video file, I want you to know, do organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions have the capability to electronically harass the target, which means do they have equipment that can interfere with a video production or a tape recorder? Yes, they do. You better believe they do. And that's all over the internet that they do. And the reason why I'm making those statements is because recently in the past week I've made some videos, uploaded them to the internet, and as I was talking during certain segments of the video files, as I was talking while I was illustrating evidence, you couldn't hear it. That's right, I just reviewed one yesterday. Hold on one second. That's why I'm also tape recording the statements I'm making right now, and this is the microphone. Okay, so let me show you the 2006 email. This is just one portion of a 2006 email that was made and sent from the Point Loma Library and sent to Amnesty International. You can see it was sent by me, Leslie Williams, okay, to Amnesty International, and here's the date, October 24th, 2006. Now, this is a portion of the statement that I made, okay, in this sent email. Verbal cues and showing up at my school. Verbal cues and showing up at my school. Okay? Now I'm getting ready to transfer over to you right now 3 separate identical harassments that were happening in locations that are even 167 miles apart from La Jolla, California. Okay? And they have to do with this direct statement, verbal cues and showing up at my school. Verbal cues is what you want to pay attention to. Mark that down. And showing up at my school. Because of what I'm about, the evidence I'm about to show you will show you the verbal cues that I was talking about. When these emails were made in 2006, I didn't know what was happening to me was called gang stalking. Because I didn't have a term for it yet. I discovered the name of the crime that was happening to me on June 9th, 2009. This email was made in 2006, as you can see right there. Okay, you can see Amnesty International is where it was sent to from me, Leslie Williams. Okay, stalker is mentioned right there because I knew I was being stalked because of the experiences I was having, but I didn't know what was happening to me was gang stalking. You can literally see it saying verbal cues and showing up at my school. Okay, now school and verbal cues is what you got to pay attention to here. Okay, now, and then once I continue after I show you the evidence, you'll be able to see that these this is another email. Okay, it says I have been accused along these lines verbally. Okay, and then it says check around Point Loma Library, San Diego. You never know what you might hear, even though I spelled hear wrong. It's supposed to be spelled H-E-A-R. Around the media room or after I go into the bathroom, Leslie Williams. And you can see that that email was made, hang on a second, okay, in 2006 on the same date. Okay, just a later time in the same date, and that was sent to a prosecutor in Michigan by me. Okay, now mark those things down if you feel inclined to do so. So what have I shown you so far? I've shown you that these emails were sent from Point Loma Library in San Diego on October 24th, 2006, within an hour of each other. Okay, verbal cues and showing up at my school, and you never know what you might hear while I'm in the Point Loma Library. Around the media room or after I go into the bathroom. Okay, so that's already been established. The year has been established by me showing you October 24th, 2006. Okay, verbal cues showing up at my school, and then let me just get this paper clip out of the way. And then in the next email, okay, that was sent to a prosecutor in Wayne, Michigan, from me, okay, Leslie Williams, to a prosecutor in Wayne, Michigan, okay. It literally shows in the continuation of the same email, okay, it literally says, check around the Point Loma Library, San Diego. You never know what you might hear. Remember in the first email, verbal cues, around the media room or after I go into the bathroom. Leslie Williams. Okay? It literally says it up here as well. I have been cued along these lines. Okay? Cued means verbal cues, things I'm hearing. Okay? Now, I want you to listen to this. This is some individuals on Thanksgiving Day. Okay? And today's date is December 18th. Thanksgiving Day is not even a month ago. Do you hear these individuals say gang stalk, gang stalking, gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up? These are the verbal cues along the lines concerning what I was talking about in 2006. This happened in La Jolla, California on Thanksgiving Day, 2013. I want you to listen to how they're threatening me and harassing me and saying gang stalking as it's occurring.
Do you hear these guys say gang stalk together? One says gang stalking in the background, and then the other one says gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up.
Gang is stalking, I'll mess you up. Gang stalk. This occurred on a sidewalk right up the street from UCSD in La Jolla, California on November 28, 2013. The dates and them saying gang stalking is what you got to pay attention to. That's their way to harass me concerning the fact that I'm being gang stalked by literally getting around me everywhere I go and saying gang stalking everywhere I go. It's their way to let me know I'm being gang stalked. Now, that occurred, mark these dates down, that occurred on November 28, 2013. Remember, in this, I literally talked about stalked. See how it says stalker in this 2006 email? It says it right there. Okay? Verbal cues, stalker. Verbal cues, stalker. Showing up at my school is another thing you got to pay attention to because I'm going to illustrate that in a minute. This occurred at SDSU on Friday the 13th, July 13th, 2012, over a year and a half ago. Do you hear these students say gang stalker as soon as I come out of the bathroom? Just listen. Okay? That's their way to let me know that I'm a victim of this crime by repeating it everywhere I go. And I'm going to rewind it just for a second so you can hear them say it again. This one girl yelled it. Okay, so let me just press play and I got to rewind it for a second.
Tell me.
Okay, so I want you to, you're going to literally hear her yell it. Okay? That's right. And then you're going to hear me ask them the name of this university so you'll hear that it happened at SDSU. Okay, so you just heard that. Now, remember what I said. verbal cues, and showing up at my school. Okay? And remember now, this was sent from a library because that matters too in reference to what I'm going to show you concerning this ruler. Let's get to the third bit of evidence, baby cakes. This right here is a video. Okay? The one that's in the middle is highlighted with the red, which you can see. Okay? As whenever you got a video camera on your phone and you start taking video pictures, a camera album keeps a record of all your video files. Then when you want to go and look at a specific video, all you got to do is highlight it. Once that becomes highlighted, okay, the red will show which one is highlighted. Then there's a feature right here called options. That way you can press the options button while that particular video file is highlighted. Ooh, wait a minute, let me go back. Oh, alright, hold on. Now while that particular video is highlighted, you can go to the options feature right here in order to click on it so you can see the file information concerning the highlighted video, which I'm about ready to do right now. Okay? As a result, you can go to file information, which I'm going to right now, pertaining to that selected video, so you can see the date this video was made. December 11th, 2012 at 5:05 p.m. Going back to the selected one, which you can see is still highlighted. Okay? As a result of it being highlighted, you can go to see the information concerning the highlighted video by pressing the options key, which you can do on any phone. As a result, you can go to the file information to see the information concerning that selected video. You can see the date it was made. Okay? December 11th, 2012 at 5:05 p.m. Now why am I showing you this? Because this is a selected video of a video recording that was made by me as I was on a Yucca Valley Landers bus route on that day in Yucca Valley, California, which is 167 miles away from San Diego County, where these two previous events that I just uploaded to this video were recorded at. San Diego County and Yucca Valley are 167 miles apart. Now, I went to Yucca Valley, California on December 6, 2012 and stayed there. Hang on. And I stayed there for a week. I went out there to try and connect with another gang stalking target. It didn't work out. Okay? As I was out there, I experienced the same exact identical harassment. Remember in this 2006 email, verbal cues, stalker. Verbal cues, stalker. Because that's how they let you know that you're being gang stalked, by repeating certain words, verbal cues, along your routes. Everywhere you go. They also repeat certain physical gestures. Okay? Now this video file from 2012, as you're seeing it highlighted right there, let me just show you the file information again pertaining to what's highlighted, the one in the middle, with the highlighted in red. You'll see I'm going to the options feature. Okay? Down to the file information so you can see that this particular video file was made on December 11th, 2012, when I was in Yucca Valley. And I can prove that I was in Yucca Valley during those calendar times because of the bus purchase ticket going there and the bus purchase ticket coming back. That's right. Okay? Now, what is this right here? This is the same thing being said around me that you just heard from the Thanksgiving event and from the SDSU event. Okay? Which were a year apart. Of individuals being around me saying gang stalker, their way to let me know that I'm being gang stalked. Listen to how you hear these individuals saying it on the Yucca Valley Landers bus route. You be the judge. Do you hear gang stalker being said along with gang stalk?
Well, look at that car right there. So cute. To the left, it just turned. Those little freight cars. Right now?
Your first child? Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully my
only child. Take the whole thing. The first one.
She was pretty good. She never cried.
I'm going to go hang it on my
She's already talking.
I'm going to take my...
Okay, you just heard her say gang stalking. The men are saying gang stalk. Now what I'm going to do is continue to play this for a second so you can see that this is that audio file. I even labeled it Yucca Valley gang stalking. Just listen. Okay, so now I'm going to pause it, then I'm going to stop it, and then I'm going to play it again so you can see that this is the file. Okay, it's literally labeled Yucca Valley gang stalking. I'm going to go to the options menu, back to the file information. Okay, so you can see the date this was made, 12/11/2012. Now I'm going to push play again so you can hear it. Men are saying gang stalk in the background, and then the woman says gang stalking.
Well, look at that car right there. So cute. To the left, it just turned.
No.
Those little French cars. Right now?
She does.
Your first child?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully my
I got my quick
only
one.
child.
I'll check the whole thing. This first one, the rough is one holder.
She's pretty good. She never cried.
I'm going to go hang it up in my,
She's already copied.
I'm going to take my American flag out.
Alright, now I'm going to pause it just for a second so I can make a statement. I'm going to let this video file run so you can see I'm on the bus, because in about 30 seconds you're going to be able to see, because I was holding the video camera on the phone as it was recording in my lap. Plus it was after dark. But there's a small itty-bitty couple-second segment where you can see that I'm on a bus because I lift the phone up from my lap, and you're going to be able to see it. Watch.
Oh, yeah, that might work. No, it's American flag.
You know, I'm going to be really mad if you stopped right here, because we could have... Yeah, we are. They say in 15 years when you put an RFID chip on you.
Okay, so you just seen it. So I'm going to press stop so I can start it over again so you can hear these guys say gang stalk in the background, and then the girl says gang stalking. Girl says gang stalking right out in the open.
Well, look at that car right there. So cute. To the left, it just turned. Those little French cars. Right now?
She does.
Your first child?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully my
I got my quick one.
only child.
I'll check the whole thing. This first one, the rough is one holder.
She's pretty good. She never cried.
I'm going to go hang it up in my,
She's already copied.
I'm going to take my American flag out.
Okay, now, my name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. Now, I want you to look at this. Do you see how it says in this 2006 email, verbal cues and showing up at my school? Okay? Now, I want you to look at this ruler right here. This ruler you can get by going into any of these. You can go to San Diego County Library System or any of the universities that are mentioned on this ruler. Remember what I said in this 2006 email. Right here, because these are like 4 or 5 emails that were sent, and then they were printed out by me, okay, on 4/9/2012, okay, and this other email that was sent on the same day, okay, you can literally see me stating that, check around the Point Loma Library, San Diego. You never know what you might hear, even though I spelled here wrong. It's supposed to be H-E-A-R. Around the media room or after I go into the bathroom. Leslie Williams. This is from the Point Loma Library. It also states in here about how the Point Loma Library staff were involved in the gang stalking. That's right. That's right. And they know that I got these because cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. Okay? So what does this ruler say? San Diego County Library System. Now let's take a look at this ruler for 1 second. It's SDSU. Right? SDSU is right. San Diego State University, SDSU. Do you remember what I showed you on this audio file right here? Of that student yelling gang stalking? Let me play it and rewind it so you can literally hear it. Alright? You literally hear them say gang stalking, and then I ask her what's the name of this university. this is where he says it's Friday the 13th, 2012. It's Friday the 13th, July 13th, 2012, and you can go back by by Googling that July 13th, 2012 fell on Friday the 13th. Okay, San Diego State University is on this ruler. Now I want you to look at this ruler for 1 second. Remember what I said. All of these emails were sent from the Point Loma Library. Okay, that's right. That's right. In fact, let me go to this one part in these emails where I'm talking about how they walked by a library staff member, and one of them threatened me as that person was talking to a Point Loma Library staff. It's right in it. And it had to do also with computer hacking. Computer hacking of my internet activity as I was in the library. It says it right here. Okay. Now look at the top of this. Okay. It says October 24th, 2006 at 1:26 p.m. This was one of the first ones sent. Now it says it right here. Last week, as I was compiling information on one of these computers at the library where I am sending you my emails, all of a sudden the green light appeared on my A drive, and the next thing I know, the disk file was no longer accessible. Okay? These computers I am using on a network, i.e. the day before when I was sending emails, 2 white males, after I sat down, were loudly discussing how all of a sudden data can just disappear. Because they let you know what's going to happen towards you or your property or anything you might be doing online. They covertly let you know what's going to happen before it occurs. That way they can form a mental association that it was done deliberately. Why do you think these guys are saying, gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up? Okay, because they want you to know that what's happening to you is because of gang stalking. It's called the direct conversation method. And it says right here, these computers I am using are on a network, i.e. the day before I was sending the email, 2 white males, after I sat down, were loudly discussing how all of a sudden data can just disappear. Later, one of them approached a library staff member, and as I was walking by, I distinctly heard him say, "Don't worry, we'll get her." Okay? 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 And within 3 days, they came to where I was hiking at. The San Diego police did. Now 2 white males. 2 white males. This is 2 white males doing this right here that you hear. Because they want you to know that you're going to be assaulted because of gang stalking. That's why they're saying gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up. Okay? They always pretty much form mental associations about what's going to happen to you before it happens. They've literally gotten around my routes as I go up to a bus stop with my bike, and as soon as I get to the bus stop and go to sit down at the bus bench, one of them will be standing there and they'll say, "What's wrong with your back tire?" I say, "Nothing's wrong with my back tire." And then the next day, I got a flat tire on my bike. Like once I take it to a Rouse grocery store and lock it up, and I go inside the Rouse, I come back out, and then the back tire's flattened. That's because they always say things around you for you to hear that you're going to experience before it happens, so you'll know that it happened because of gang stalking. Why do you think these guys are saying gang is stalking, I'll F you up? Okay, just listen. Okay, now in closing, they know I got these 2006 emails. That's right, you better believe they know it, because cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. So let's look at what's on this ruler, the San Diego County Library System. Every single university I have been on this ruler, I have been gang stalked at. Every single university on this ruler, because this ruler is basically saying that all these libraries and the San Diego County Library System is on a computerized, centralized system. Okay, where they're basically communicating with each other as a result of them being part of the San Diego circuit. Okay? Now, let's look at this. All these emails were written from the Point Loma Library. The Point Loma Library is literally discussed in this email concerning the gang stalking of me in their library, including by library staff. Okay? San Diego County Library System. Every single one of these universities and at specific San Diego libraries I've been gang stalked at since I came back out to San Diego for the first time since 2006 on August 8, 2011. I have right now in my possession over 800 separate audio files of individuals getting around me every single day, everywhere I go, saying gang stalking, including by the North University San Diego Library branch manager saying it as I walk by them. That's right. What's on this ruler? San Diego County Library System. Every single one of these universities on this ruler, I have caught individuals repeatedly on separate dates saying gang stalking around me every single time that I went there. Every single time. I'm talking about hundreds of audio files of individuals saying gang stalking around me every time I went on any of these university campuses and at specific libraries. Point Loma Library, again. North University San Diego Public Library, again. The Serra Mesa Public Library, and every single university on this ruler. I've experienced gang stalking at and have caught the same exact identical harassment that you've already heard from just from these 3 separate places, okay, that span over a year in time duration, okay, and miles apart in reference to their physical locations. Why do you think these guys are saying gang stalking as they're threatening me? Now, in this 2006 email, it flat out talks about how they're hacking into my computer work as I'm on their library networks. That's right. Alright, so basically what they're going to continue to do is ban me from these universities and eventually from the libraries by staging events. Go to Google and type in gang stalking or organized stalking in street theaters. That's a term that describes staged events where they will stage an event, even with the witnesses, use that event, okay, which is basically an event where they stage it to make it appear that they got a legitimate reason to ban that target from the library or the university campus. That's right, because of the crimes that the target's experiencing and exposing. Excuse me. Now, these emails don't lie, sweet peas. They do not lie. They do not lie. Okay? Think about this. Here I am talking about verbal cues and showing up at my school. Okay? Stalker is mentioned right in. Okay? 2 lines above it. Verbal cues and showing up at my school. You just heard the email file of them saying gang stalker at SDSU, and SDSU is a school, and it's on this ruler. San Diego State University right there. I had the same exact identical harassment caught at libraries, California State University, San Marcos, when I went there for one time on January 30th, 2013. It's been caught at the University of San Diego, and it's been caught all over the campus of University of California, San Diego. That's right. This method that you just got done hearing from these 2 tape recorders and this cell phone has been caught at every single place on this ruler hundreds of times. Now you correlate between August 8, 2011 and December 17th, 2013, and then you correlate that back and fold it back on the 2006 emails. Okay? Verbal cues and showing up at my school. October 24th, 2006. Stalkers mentioned right there. Verbal cues and showing up at my school. Let's see if any of the verbal statements in this video cannot be heard by you because of electronic interference. And is that a method of gang stalking? And then this video is being made at this location. Okay? That's right, baby cakes. On the cell phone. So remember what I stated at the beginning of this video. Do they have the ability to keep targeted individuals isolated in these campaigns as a result of hacking in their cell phone, intercepting their emails for help, faking email replies, and rerouting phone calls? Google it. And now you can see why I'm asking for the general public's help in notifying these lawyers, okay, so they can forward them this video, okay, and if you can copy the statements in this YouTube video, I'd appreciate it, because they might even shut down my YouTube account. You would not believe what I know. I'm a human trafficking target, and these universities don't give two shits about targets. The only thing they care about is protecting their image and protecting the government employees who have been involved in this. Public library staff. You better believe it. I'm here today to tell you right now, fellow American citizens, these people do not care at all about targeted individuals. Not one bit. I'm a human trafficking target. I appreciate you listening, and have a nice day.